see where I'm best at in the school.
Heading into the spring, what are you most excited for?
Just being able to prove myself. Just not being able to prove that that can come up and play D1 football. A lot of coaches just get to see you on film or just playing in high school, and obviously not everybody in high school gets to go to college. So it's gonna be a new step up on the level, and so I'm just excited to be able to just prove myself.
You've already been asked about this, but what sold you on Wisconsin?
Just coming back and seeing everything develop more as before, after since I was a child and everything. The coaching staff, especially Coach Rudolph and Coach Chris. Coach Rudolph played with my dad, so being able to just talk to him and hearing everything what he had to say. So.
If you do wind up at center, what would it be like to maybe snap the ball to your brother one day?
That's gonna be a goal for me. Being able to have that opportunity. Not everybody gets to say that they could, snap a ball to their brother in a D1 football game. So, having that opportunity would be great.
How much did the success of Wisconsin offensive linemen, both at the college level and on the next level, play into your decision to come here?
This is an O-line school, so wanting to come here, just that by itself made me want to, come here even more. I know that Coach Rudolph is going to develop me as a great offensive lineman, and I feel like I have the best opportunity of getting to the next level, especially with this atmosphere in this type of school.
How was it for you to be able to play in Arizona for 3 years, then come back home for your last year and play with a lot of guys that you grew up with, in kind of elementary school or grade school?
Going out to Arizona, those 3 years developed me as a player. Having the opportunity to have spring ball and practice all year round, it's different than out here. A lot of kids, since they're not able to practice on the grass and everything in December, they'll go play different sports. So it's developed me to have a high level than most kids, and so coming back here was really interesting to see how they've progressed and seeing how I progressed myself.
What do you think the biggest level, just competition-wise, from a really high level in Arizona to come to Wisconsin? How was that for you?
It was good just being able to experience both things. I learned a lot for myself. I learned that I can't just go out there and just run through the motions. I always have to think about my technique. Always got to think about what I'm doing, and just always got to give my all in every single play.
What other schools were you really seriously considering outside of Wisconsin? I know you had a handful of offers.
I was considering USC, Michigan, I think like Notre Dame, and I think Oklahoma. Those are probably going to be, and then Wisconsin would probably be my top 5 if I ever released it. But just being able to just commit early, I just never was able to release that top 5 because I just knew that I wanted to come here. But I was considering them early in the process before the new coaching staff and everybody came.
What sold you on Wisconsin outside of the obvious?
Just the coaches and the players and everything. Just meeting all the players. They give it their all, and it's kind of a different program. Everybody. It's just different, it's hard-nosed type of atmosphere, and wanting to be a part of this. That's what sold me on it.
What's the value of coming in early for you think?
Having to be able to get a spring ball under my belt, having to be able to get practices and everything, develop there, have a full semester, being able to develop academically as well. I get to have a full semester under my belt before everybody else comes, so I already know how the system will work when everybody else comes in too. And then it's also just being able to come here when everything's not too hectic, especially like when the other kids have to come, they have to come right into summer, have to start school, camp, everything all at once, and I get to just roll into it slightly just like everybody else is coming. Everybody else coming in from the bowl when, they're kind of banged up a little, so the coach is going to try to take it easy for a little bit and then ramp it up after that. So I get to go through that same sequence, and I'll be able to take advantage of that time to really just get to learn the system and how everything works.
There were some schools that liked you at defensive tackle. Was that ever discussed here at Wisconsin during your recruitment?
A little bit, but I don't think that ever might happen. Depending on how I lift or how everything goes, there is a possibility, but I don't know. We never really talked about it too seriously, but.
Okay.
Center guard. You think that's where you're going to end up starting?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't think I'll. For my size, I don't think I'll be able to play tackle.
I'm sorry, I should have meant center or guard.
Oh yeah. Oh, center or guard. I think probably guard.
Okay. Do you have a preference? Does it matter?
I like center more, but just depending on the availability and everything, being able to put myself and all that kind of stuff, I think it's probably gonna be guard.
How much work did you get at center versus guard?
I think the first game I started at guard, and then since that I was always at center.
With enrolling early, you talked about kind of what you're getting out of it. Was that a tough call for you? Did you get, obviously, some advice from somebody else who had done it here?
Oh yeah, so like when I decided to come in early, I think it was my freshman year, because Christian Kirk, he's at Texas A&M. He said that he was going to do the same thing, and we asked like, what does it mean to really come in early? And he kind of broke it down to us about what you need to do. So we started taking summer school classes and getting ahead, and so that's really when I just decided to come, is just learning from him and what he said, what it really takes and everything.